Well, today we are just about done with the chicken house, and we're gonna go ahead and make some feeders and waters for them. So what I've got is 2.5 inch electrical Schedule 40 conduit. Had a bunch of this off of a job that a guy gave me. So we're gonna use this. You may wanna go up, if you want it to last a little longer, use 3 inch. And I'm gonna take a 5-gallon bucket and fill this up and see how much water it'll hold. I've already made one, so just to get kind of my shape and exactly what I'm gonna do down. And this one I'm gonna make, this is the water, and the next one I'm gonna do is the feeder. And I'm gonna give it another probably foot coming out, and we're gonna drill holes in with a hole saw for them, just big enough to get their heads in. But with regular feeders, they scratch the feed out and it goes everywhere. So we're gonna try to conserve some feed and make it a little bit easier to feed them, because I've got a kick out here, and what this is gonna do is it's gonna come out of the house right here. I'm gonna strap along the side down here, and it's gonna come up the side and then out. So this way you don't have to get in there and disturb them or mess with them to feed them. You just pour it in right here and they'll be good for hopefully a week or so. So with electrical conduit, one side has a union, and we measured off of the union 5 feet and gave it a mark. And now we're gonna go ahead and cut it. Feet. Now I'm gonna use, let's use what I've got. I've got a 2-part PVC glue. Put the primer on first. Make sure you get that pressed around really good on both sides. And this is gonna be my 90-degree elbow right here. Make sure I get it all the way around really good. And I don't think it's quite as important on the feed, but on the water one you want to, water, it's a hard word to say, waterer one, you want to make sure you get a really good coat of everything to glue to. So this stuff's pretty cheap. So there we go. And now put these together, and when you put it in, you want to give it a little twist. It'll be kind of hard to do. Oh, I need a tripod. But put it in and give it a little twist. Make sure it's all the way in. Coupling, and give it a little spin. Got it seated all the way down. Just let it rest for about a few minutes before you do anything else, and the glue will start to set up, and you should be good. Got the coupling on. I cut a piece 20 inches. And now I'm gonna get a little dirt inside here. I'm gonna probably let this set and then rinse it out. Get all the dirt out before I put feed in there. So all I'm gonna do now is put an end cap on this side, just like that, and glue it up the same exact way. Just taking a heat gun, and I'm gonna put a kick in this pipe or a bend, just like the other one, but in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna put these up right together and put them in opposite directions in the pin. So you could use a 45-degree angle connector or coupling if you had one. I don't have one, so I'm just gonna heat this up. Bend's pretty easy, doesn't take long. And hopefully we can get this done today. So, all right, so got it all heated up. And as you can see, it'll bend nice and easy, but you get that kick in it right there. So what I'm gonna do is I bend it. I'm gonna take a big pair of channel locks and give it a squeeze, and that'll keep it in place, keep it kind of more formed. All right, so I've got it all heated up, got the bend in there. I'm holding it down with my leg now, and I'm just kind of going back and forth with these channel locks and just kind of keeping it, trying to keep the shape of the pipe. So it's hard to bend if you don't have a big old pair of channel locks. So if you don't, you might as well just buy a 45. Okay. So now I'm just gonna put my 2.5 inch end cap on. Same process. Primer first, purple stuff. Good coat. That's what kind of breaks down the PVC and helps the glue stick. Both surfaces, and that's hard to do. So both surfaces of the primer and both surfaces of the glue. All right, so what I have are poultry water nipples. That's finished. So poultry water nipples, and the instructions say, I don't remember, 11-30 seconds drill bit, and then they self-tap themselves. That's plastic to plastic, so I just don't know if that's a great idea. But what I have is a 827 pipe tap. This just came with the kit from Harbor Freight. So that's the perfect match for these threads. The only problem is it is not bigger on, it does not taper. So normally this side would be larger than the starting side. So what I'm going to try to do is use a pipe thread. This is for gas, so it's even a little bit better than the regular stuff, but it's for PVC or anything. So we're gonna, I don't have the right size bit either for the pipe tap, so we're just kind of winging it here. But I've tried this already. It's 5/16 bit, and that worked pretty good, running the tap in PVC. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take, I think I'm gonna put 4 on here. I think that'll work. So what I'm gonna do is drill the holes, starting off. Oh, I'm gonna have to hold it, but I'm gonna go ahead and drill 4 holes, 15/16. I'm gonna run the tap through there. So I've got my 4 holes in there, and put my tap in my drill, which my dad used to be a tool and die maker before he went back to school, and he saw me do this the other day and he almost died. So if you want to be careful, do it by hand. Got to be really careful doing it with a drill because you'll mess it all up. But get a little bit of, if you're careful with it, go slow, you'll be fine. So that's what we're gonna do now. And I'm already messing that one up. So I don't have enough pressure pushing in, so I'm gonna have to hold the pipe while I do this. But hold the pipe in, give it a little bit of pressure going in to start, and just go nice and slow. Hold your drill really steady, and then put it in reverse. Come right back out. It should be good. All right, we got the first one done. 3 more to go. Put one in. Go ahead and start it in there. And there we go. And these do have a rubber seal O-ring on there, but they're more for a bucket. So if your bucket, is flat, the pipe is tapered around, so it's not gonna seal. That's why I'm gonna put the thread sealer on there. All right, so I've applied some thread sealer on there. I'm gonna go ahead and thread these in, and I'm gonna snug them up. Probably just gonna do it by hand. I'm afraid to put a wrench on there. I'm gonna get them pretty snug. So I think that should seal. I'm gonna give it a long time, at least 24 hours to dry before I put any water in there. So, all right, there we go. So we've got 4 of them in there. And I'm giving them a little while to dry, and then once I get this thing installed in the chicken coop, gotta go get some straps. I don't have any straps to strap this up, so we'll see. Put some water in there and see how she does. All right, I appreciate everybody watching the water how-to, and only thing I would change next time I'm build one, it's going to be at a 3 or 4 inch PVC, and that would hold a little bit more water, last a little bit longer. And definitely if you have more chickens, you're going to want to do that. But if you want to see how I built the coop, watch that video, it'll be in the link. Thanks.